Ladies and gentlemen, TSE Extra number 2. I'm probably not going to keep count with these because it'd be too confusing. Greg Cherry, David Swartz, and our special guest, the Steel City Prodigy, Ryan Mitchell, with you. So we're going to get right into the question, and it's from Oscar, our question for the show. With Mr. Kennedy and Umaga released, do you think both will go to TNA, and if so, how do you think they will do that?
I don't know. I'd say let you start because you have experience with both companies.
I would think that I love the Samoans. You know, I do. Again, I was trained by Rocky, so I love I love the Samoans. I love that culture. I love the people there. They're just fantastic people.
You have first-hand experience with it.
Absolutely.
Through him. So.
Absolutely, and I just actually worked for the Wild Samoans for Samu and Afo Jr. up in Allentown 2 weeks ago, and I mean, they're just fantastic people. It's a fantastic culture, and everything about it I love. So, and Umaga's fantastic. Just Umaga, that character, he took something where he wasn't the Wild Samoans, he wasn't The Rock, but he was like just this. He was kind of the Wild Samoans with a more entertaining. I mean, I can't really say what Umaga's character was so unique that I think he'd do fantastic in TNA. I'd love to see him back in WWE, but I think he'd do fantastic in TNA, and I actually think that Kennedy would probably do better in TNA. You know what I mean? I think that he would do very well, and I like Ken. I like his style. I like what he does. You can't deny that there's very many people that are better on the stick than him, and I mean I think he would do fantastic in TNA if given the opportunity to do fantastic.
Well, I always kind of have the say in between us that WWE people that get fired or leave always usually wind up on TNA. So do I see them coming in? Yeah, I do. Do I see them being like a top thing? It's hard to tell because I mean they just did that thing with Lashley where he only was on what, 2 shows, 3 shows,
if that's
a pay-per-view and I think 1 Impact, and he just came out and then left. But they did just hire Victoria and she's now Tara. So it's hard to tell with TNA. Could they use them? Yes. Would they use them? Probably. How long? That depends. I mean, I already know Kennedy expressed that he would like to go to TNA, and he thinks that he would have a good spot there. Umaga worked there before, I believe.
Yeah. Both of them did actually for a short time.
Okay. So I mean, they both have experience in there. So you know, if they're on good terms, then yeah, I guess they would be back, and probably as soon as their 90-day no-compete causes are up.
For any of you who are big like TNA video watchers from the past, like 2003, 2004, Kennedy was on as Kamikaze Ken Anderson, and Umaga was there as ECMO, but he was still in his 3-minute warning gear, kind of, if you remember that. Thing is, neither Umaga or Kennedy can use their WWE names. Umaga can, at least, because I believe that's copyrighted or trademarked or whatever. Kennedy, he could probably do Mr. Anderson because that's probably not trademarked.
As long as it wasn't trademarked during OVW.
True. But I don't think OVW trademarks.
I think Anderson's his real last name, though.
Anderson is his real last
name. So
then he can use
then it's not. It can't be copyrighted.
Yeah, you can always use your real name.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about Mr. Anderson, not just Ken Anderson, because Mr. Anderson is not necessarily his. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But if Kennedy was given the chance, I believe he could be a TNA either X Division or World Champion, because Kennedy has that talent, and he's entertaining as hell, no matter what anybody says. Umaga, I don't know. They would have to either revamp his gimmick or give him a new name and keep him under the same gimmick. I don't know what they would do with him, but he does have the talent to go far in TNA if they decide to use him. You throw it because apparently I can't.
They could always have him team up with Joe.
Samoa Joe and be part of the Nation of Violence.
Yeah, and then they could just call Umaga the Samoan. Because, I mean, really, it's Samoa Joe and the Samoan.
Samoa
it would be basically, yeah, ECMO the Samoan or something. It would basically be like a new version of the Wild Samoans, but I guess with the direction they're taking Joe, more violent, hardcore version of the Wild Samoans. It's hard to tell with, I mean, you have experience with this more than us, but...
You never know. When I was in TNA, I was I mean, look at me, dude. I don't look Latino at all. And when I was in TNA, I was a part of LAX, you know, and I had my face covered with a bandana here, my head covered with a bandana here, and I had sunglasses on. And the only way
So you couldn't even tell.
The only way you knew it was me is this tattoo right here. That's the only.
So there
way
you go,
knew it,
YouTube fans. If you
find LAX stuff and send it to us so we can put it on a future episode.
and you will see Ryan Mitchell apparently. Well,
no, you won't. You'll
his
see
tattoo.
my tattoo. You won't see
You'll
me.
see his tattoo. You won't see anything else. Because apparently he's the Latino bomber.
I
'Cause he
am.
just. Well, I guess that does it for
Yeah,
this episode of TSC Extra.
As I'm
Again,
choking
thank
on
you.
air.
Absolutely.
And everyone that watches this on YouTube, we got over 600 hits in the first one. We like to keep that rolling, but we also want you guys to check out our full episodes of TSE on our MySpace at myspace.com, The Sensational Experience. I'll let you close it. As Greg chose.
I'm good.
Alright.
Close the show. I can't talk.
Alright, for everyone, us three, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.